Good morning and welcome to Blue Devil Football 1999. My guest this morning on the pregame, Sam Freeman, assistant coach with Lebanon High School. And Sam, your first year to be here at Lebanon High School, your impressions so far of what you've seen of the football program?
My first year here looks to be a pretty good year. The football team overall, they don't have a lot of size, but we do have a lot of speed, and I'm really impressed by that speed that we have. We really have a bunch of good kids. First year being here, I really didn't know what to expect. These kids are very much yes sir, no sir type guys, and I really like it being here so far.
You're back with Ron Marshall, a guy that you got to know during your high school days at Westmoreland. Tell us a little bit about that relationship.
Right, Coach Marshall came in my 7th grade year in junior high football. Coached us 2 years there where we did pretty good. Once we got into high school, my freshman year, he basically turned our offensive line around. We went to the semifinals of the state that year, and I'd have to say basically a lot of it was due basically because of his technique style in the line, because that's what brought us up to the semifinals in the Class A.
You played tight end at Westmoreland and went on to play some collegiately at Western Kentucky. College experience, does that help you coaching at the high school level?
Yes, it does. The thing about I played 4 years at Westmoreland where I started. I have the most career starts in Sumner County as far as I know. Then going on to college and playing 2 years at Western Kentucky, it has helped me as far as coaching the receivers and tight ends. But being new here to Lebanon High School, I'm the running back coach, but it does give me the same intensity, and I'm looking forward to coaching the running backs.
You got some good kids back there running the football.
We have some very good kids back there. We have Tony McCarver, who wasn't with us last year, but he's back with us this year. He's a very impressive kid, lots of speed, some good moves. We have Antoine Ross, who is very much like a running back we had my first year coaching up in Kentucky. He's very short, but he's got those Barry Sanders type moves where he's very quick, low center of gravity. We also have Maurice Dobson in the backfield. He's got very good speed. And then another kid very much like Ross, we have White. Then at the fullback position, we have three seniors that we'll be losing after this year that are pretty good. Newberry, who's a big kid. He runs very powerfully. And then we have Bacher, who's got quick feet, another good runner, and then we had Derek Beasley, who's a hard runner. So we got some pretty good kids in the backfield.
And some depth there, and then during the long haul of a season, that could really make a difference.
Well, we run an I formation where you only run one tailback, and we have 4 tailbacks that we can play. Again, on the fullback position, we have 3 fullbacks we can play. But on the other hand, when we have our doubles out there where we have 2 tailbacks and 1 fullback, it helps in that depth where we have 4 backs that can play those positions. Plus, we have Andre Logue, who can play fullback or either one of the double backs. So we got basically 4 fullbacks and 5 tailbacks.
Sam, thanks for your work so far this season. Have a good year.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sam Freeman with us on the pregame show. We'll be back with kickoff after this timeout.
Randy Dalton, the back judge, Rick Powell, and the ECO, the electronic clock operator, is Chris Holloway. Now here is referee Rick Woods for the instructions to the team captains.
Lanning and Captain Lassiter. Mr. Garrison is your umpire this evening. Gentlemen, you are captains of your respective teams with stressed sportsmanship here tonight in all contests. You need to help us control your teammates. You need to be leaders of your team. That's what we're looking for from you. If we have any fouls, any penalties tonight, I'll come to you. We'll be looking for one of you. I'll come to you. I will explain all of your options to you. If you're unclear about the options, ask me. I'll explain them to them again, explain them to you again, or clarify them for you. Once you've made your decision, you can't change your mind, okay? I have a regular quarter here. We're going to call you the white team. We call you the blue team. White team, you're the visiting team. You are going to call the toss at the regular quarter. I'll flip it. You call it while it's in the air. If I drop it, it hits the ground. We'll do it again. Are you ready? Yes, sir. Heads. You called heads. Is that correct? Yes, sir. It is heads. You've won the toss. You have your choice of kicking, receiving, defending a goal, or deferring your choice to the second half. Defer to the second half. You want to defer. Columbia won a toss. Defer. You have your choice of kicking, receiving, or defending a goal this half. You want to receive. Which goal would you like to defend? Back to scoreboard. Back to scoreboard.
You heard it here, Tommy. Columbia wins the toss. They're going to defer. Lebanon will receive the opening kickoff. Columbia will kick away from our scoreboard.
Thanks, John. Columbia Central 0-4 on the 1999 season. Lebanon 1-3. Columbia has brought a crowd. I counted 43 people in the stands across the way. And folks, it is sometimes tough to follow a team that's 0-4. Lebanon with not a bad crowd in here this evening. The general admission section almost full. Good crowd in the student side. And we look at the reserve section, about half full. Lebanon and Columbia moments away from getting started here at Noakes Lassiter Field. We're going to take a last 30-second timeout, and we'll be back for kickoff. After telling you this is Blue Devil football on FM 98.9, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Been together since 1986 doing this. This just does not seem possible. 1986. Clyde Harville on the play-by-play and John Bryan down on the field with the sideline reporting. And also you can watch this game on tape delay replay Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Lebanon Cablevision 3. That's a production of Channel 1 Location Video and the Lebanon High All Sports Booster Club. Lebanon will receive to start the football game. Deep for the Blue Devils will be Andre Logue in the middle deep. Tony McCarver on one wing. Antoine Ross on the other. And the position we have called the pivot man position on the kick return team is being filled tonight by Justin Jones, normally filled by Matt Lassiter. Matt, in uniform tonight, is not expected to play. He is available if needed. They would rather not have to play him tonight. To kick the football, John Patterson, and here with a play-by-play call is Clyde Harville.
All right, let's play football here at Noakes Lassiter Field. John Patterson set to kick it away, and we're just about set underway. Pooch kick. Lebanon will catch it and down it at the 42-yard line. They tried I don't really think it was an onside. I think they meant to get it just over the line of scrimmage, but making the grab for it was Jeff Miller up front for Lebanon, and Lebanon will have great field position at their own 42-yard line.
Looks like Columbia very much aware of Lebanon's reverse on the kick return, and the Blue Devils with super field position to start this game.
Lebanon moving from your right to left as you listen in. Double wideouts to the far side, and they hand it to the tailback coming into the middle. McCarver's going to get a yard, no more. He punches it out to the 43, and no more available at that point. Columbia stacks it up. Columbia with a huge defensive line. Now, what they've got in the speed after you get through that line, we'll have to wait and see, but you got to get through there first. Huge up front wall for the Columbia Lions. Blue Devils now will go with a double wideout set. One receiver to either side. Chad Lannon, the quarterback underneath. Quick opener through the middle to Beasley, and he's going to get a yard. And no more from the fullback spot. We'll punch it out to the 44. So, well, it was Jamila Kaysen rather than Beasley. And Lebanon now 2 carries, 2 yards. And the Blue Devils not finding a lot of running room up the middle there, Tommy.
Well, they certainly throw some beef at you up front. Columbia goes 260, 305, 265 across the front of that odd man front.
Jones to the far side, Lannon to the near side. Chad Lannon at the controls, looks, wants to throw. Fires, got Chase Lannon trying to break a tackle. Out over the 45 to the 46, near the 47-yard line, and Lebanon is going to be 3 and out. They're going to have to get it away because it's going to be 4th down and 6 for the Blue Devils, so they get a yard each on 2 running plays, 2 yards on a pass play. And it brings up 4th and 6, and the Blue Devils will have to punt it away. Back is Brandon Walker, a 5'8 senior, and Gentarius Horton, another 5'8 senior, and twin safeties for the Lions. And Thomas will kick for the Blue Devils. Stands at his own 33. Good snap, got plenty of time and gets it away. Pretty good end over end, going to hit and go out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, and Columbia will put it in play from their own 25. So wound up not being all that great a kick, but it was an end over end, but it was angling toward the sideline.
Terry, what about the kick off the foot of Michael Thomas? Tommy, line of scrimmage to 44 at Lebanon. It rolls out of bounds at Columbia's 25. That's a 21-yard punt, no return. Columbia taking over, 10-10 left in the first quarter.
Excuse me.
Up front, Schaefer, Marshall, Graham, Bowles, and Kaysen for Lebanon.
Jason Booker, a 5'10", 150-pound sophomore, is at the controls for Columbia. Columbia will pull a little shift now and get everybody set. And they'll give it through the middle. Big hole, 30, 35, stiff arms a man, 40, 45, 50, foot race, 45, 40, 35, and ridden down inside the Lebanon 34 to 33 to the 32, almost to the Lebanon 31-yard line. Carrying the ball was Gentarius Horton, a 5'8", 150-pound senior. Had a big hole in the Lebanon line, and the Blue Devils, had they not had the angle on him, he would have been long gone.
They ran the dive to the weak side. Terry, what about the yardage? All the way to the Lebanon 31. That pickup good for 44 yards. Columbia on the Lebanon 31.
So the Blue Devil defense going to be called upon early here. Columbia with Booker at the controls. Hardison, and they give the toss sweep. Another broken tackle, and Lebanon is going to stop him, but he's going to get 6, maybe 7 yards all the way down to the 25-yard line. On the carry, carrying the ball was Brandon Walker. So Walker and Horton, with 2 runs, have moved it from the Columbia 25 to the Lebanon 26.
Antoine Ross has been in on both tackles for the Blue Devils.
Booker, Walker, Horton, and Elliott is the fullback. Horton sets him down, or Booker sets him down. And here's another Columbia play, diving over the 23, down over the 20, inside the 18, or 19-yard line, down to the 18-yard line, where he's knocked down, and it'll be 1st and 10, Columbia at the Lebanon 18. So Columbia, looking like $1 million here on this first drive, have really carrying the fight to the Blue Devils.
John, nothing fancy on any of these first 3 snaps for the Lions.
You're right, Tommy. Just basically running it down our throats. And Horton, the little fleet-footed back, I don't know why he cut that first play back against the grain. He had plenty of room in front of him.
Booker sets his ball club down, and they give it to the near side, trying to slide outside. Flag down, 20-15, ridden out of bounds at the 10-yard line, but check a flag back at the 19, and I think we may have a clip on the corner. But let's wait and see. Columbia are going to be retreating, and they're going to be expecting one.
Lebanon Stephen Pickett came up to set the corner, and it looked like they got outside of him in a hurry. John, your interpretation of the penalty?
Tommy, I'll take credit for making that call. Referee, the line judge right in front of me, and the Columbia back had just grabbed a handful of jersey on a cornerback and held him, and the flag came out soon thereafter.
Well, nice call by John on that one, and we want to say we miss John. He's back in the fold after a weekend in Chicago last weekend, back with us here at Noakes Lassiter Field.
Columbia now will go with a double wide out set. Ball at their own 29, and it's 1st down and 20. Booker hands off and diving through and being stopped after a 3-4 yard gain down to the 26-yard line. Again is Brandon Walker. Walker is coming into tonight's game and carried the ball 69 times and gained 349 yards and scored 2 touchdowns for the Lions.
Columbia running behind the block of Corey Claude, 6'3", 335-pound tackle on that right side. Folks, he's big, and they like to block him down toward the middle and just try to create a big mass of humanity, create a pile with him.